That's it. Better I see it here. It is little visible. Om Ashato Ma Sadgamaya Tamasho Ma Jyotirgamaya Mrityorma Amritangamaya Avir Maidhi Rudro Yatte Dakshinang Mukham Te Namang Pahi Nityam Te Namang Pahi Nityam Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. O Lord, lead us from the unreal to the real. Lead us from darkness to light and illumination. Lead us from death to immortality, and evermore shine in our hearts with your resplendent face. Om peace, peace, peace be unto us all. Can put the heat little down, 1 or 2 degrees. But okay, we are just reading from the Shanti Gita, as I have said yesterday, just to give an idea of the Gita Bhagavad Gita, how it is so Vedantic, and we didn't normally expect this from the book like we call a Gita book. Though in Bhagavad Gita there are so much deep Vedantic expressions, but this is totally from the beginning, Advaitic, very Advaitic approach. And it is not popular, it is not found, it is not available in English translation or even transliteration. Some old Bengali edition, some old Sanskrit, somewhere it was hidden. Now, because of the grace of what you call all this modern technology, people are putting all types of things, so it came up. So this is the Bhagavad Gita, where Bhagavan Sri Krishna gave this message to Arjuna again on the 13th day of the war of Mahabharata, Kurukshetra war, when Abhimanyu was killed in the war and he felt totally lost into that. So that is the time this message saved Arjuna from his despondency and bring back his own awareness, because the sun is only one bright brilliant sun being lost. It's a severe blow on the heart of a father. So we read the first chapter, and there he has explained how we foolishly identify with the object of the universe, whereas the object of the universe are all non-existing. It is all due to the expression of Maya. We see it, but it is non-existing. Like the snake never existed on the rope, but we imagined that rope and we cried and wept and went to doctor, got all the treatment there and came back to find that it is the rope. So this is our experience of everyday life. How much we say, but our experience of this apparent dual universe gives us the idea that this is so real, and this is, we cannot ignore that. So that is the last verse we read, after giving so much advice to look at this as like a dream, like a non-existing reality. So focus on the Atman, and then overcome your grief. So shokam tarati chadmagga srutivakkam pinischino. Listen to this word, last verse we read yesterday, 46 of the first chapter. There he said, shokam tarati cha atmagga. In the Upanishad it is said that Atmagga, the knower of truth, overcomes all grief and sorrow. Srutivakkam, these words of the scripture, binishchinu, confirm it, understand it in its entire depth. And atah prajatnato vidwan, therefore, with all your sincere effort, atmanam vidhi phalguna, O Arjuna, know your own self. That's the last word of the last chapter, what is read yesterday. So Atmanam Vidhi, That's the greatest message for all time to come. Know thyself. Who are you? Only if you know yourself, then all this grief, all this despondency will just evaporate. Because you are neither the doer, neither the actor, neither you are the father, neither you are the son, neither you are a warrior, neither you are Atman, the absolute, non-dual absolute truth of Satchidananda nature. So know that Atmanang Viddhi, therefore last word, Atmanang Viddhi. Auto Prajatna to Vidwan. You cannot learn but just by tries. Okay, I am Atman, that's done. No. It needs deep effort, deep contemplation. Sravana, Manana, Nididhasana, again and again, day after day, night after night. It is said that Ashupte, Amrite, Kalam Nayed, Vedanta Chintaya. In the thought of Vedanta, to make it fructify in our life, Ashupte, from morning till you go to bed, Supti. Ashupte. And not one day. I did it 1 year, I did it 5 days, I did it 6 months, Vedanta, and I'm not getting anything. No. Amrite. Till this body is put into the fire. Not relentlessly. Ashupte, Amrite. Kalam night. One should have to spend the time in the thought of the Vedantic principle. Vedanta Chintaya. That means it is a serious resolution and determination and effort. That's why he said that person will ultimately overcome all grief. Otherwise, very difficult to overcome grief. It is impossible for us. Now, hearing this, Arjuna, in the second chapter, beginning, first verse, he says, he was grieving, but those thoughts are gone now. See how this high dose Vedantic medicine can put the mind immediately to a higher level. And here he says, Arjuna is putting this question. He's not saying, oh, where is my son of human anymore? He's saying, Manobuddhindriyanang jo atma. Right? You are saying the man, mind, buddhi, intellect, ego, and behind is that Atman. Your Atma, nahi gochare. It is not visible to the eyes. Eyes cannot see it. Buddhi, intellect cannot fathom it. The senses cannot see it. That Atman, which is not grabbable by our sense organs and mind, Sakatham labhate. How can he reach that? Tadbruhi Yadunandana. O Yadunandana, O Krishna, please tell me how that truth you are talking about, which is not graspable by my vision. I cannot see it with these eyes. I cannot hear with all the senses. My mind cannot fathom it. My intellect cannot measure it. And in that absolute truth, how can you ask me to grab it or understand it and realize it? Sri Bhagavan Uvasa. Then Bhagavan Krishna says, Atma uti sukshma rupatvat. As Atman is the finer than the finest. Anoruniyan mahato mahiyan atma sajanto nihito guhayam. The Kathopanishad. Anoruniyan, the finer than the finest, smaller than the smallest, bigger than the biggest. Mahato mahiyan. Atma, this Atman, asya janto, in these bodies of everyone, not just janto, nihito. It is embedded, guhaya, in the deepest cave of the heart. You can't see it, you cannot feel it. So we were reading the other day, the fire is in the wood, but it is not visible. But it is inherent inside. So similarly, the Atman is inside, deep inside, at the background of all this manifestation. The foundation is that Satchidananda Atman. Oti Sukshma, that's why it cannot be grabbed by the telescope, microscope, or how many instruments we can find out. It cannot be caught by that. Oti Sukshma, finer than the finest. Buddhi Adi Indriyanam Agocharo. It is not grabbable by your buddhi, your intellect, by your senses, by your mind. Labhyate, but how can you get it? Is a question, how shall I grab it? How shall I reach it? Labhyate, you can attain it. Vedavakyena, the Vedavakya, the words of the Vedas. What are that? What is that? Guru will tell you. What is that Vedavakya? Vedavakya is what? Mahavakyas. Aham Brahmasmi. I am that. Thou art that. Tattvamasi. Prajnanam Brahma. I am Atma Brahma. These are the Vedavakya. This is called Mahavakya. Or others are words, but this is great, grand message. Mahavakya. So it is said Vedavakyena, and it is not by Vedavakya only, but to Acharya Anugrahena way. You have to get the grace of your spiritual teacher. A teacher, because he is an illumined person. It is not the word. Say I said Aham Brahmasmi. What happened to you? Nothing happened to you, neither me. If this word has Vedavakya, then Vedavakya you have uttered. What happened to us? It should come from a teacher whose word carry force. Shakti, as we are talking about our mantra Shakti, that carry the force of his own realization. It is impregnated there. People say that when you speak from the heart, it touches others' heart. Why? It is not only the words, it has some higher things, additional emotions, and your feelings are injected into the word. No? So this is the two things. Vedavakyata, you have to listen to the Vedic dictums, and to Acharya Anugraha, by your Guru's grace. Mahavakya Vicharena Guru Upadishta Margata. Aham Brahmasmi is the only one lesson. But how to analyze that? Guru will tell you. Peel up the coverings, I. Who am I? Peel up the coverings, no? What is inside? Find not the body, not the mind. Go peeling up the 5 sheets, or whatever your Guru will teach you. So peeling them off as you do, Aham and Brahma. What is that Brahman means? So how to peel up the coverings of Brahman, which is cosmic world, we see it, grows, subtle, etc., etc. And finding the identity as instructed by the spiritual teacher. So Guru Upadishta Marga, there is a process and there is a path which has been dictated by the spiritual teacher. And Shishya Guno Vishampanna Labhati Laveta Suddha Manasa. If the Shishya, the student should be capable. Students should have the quality, Adhikari too. In the scriptures it is said, who is competent. Everywhere there is a question of competency. No. You go to the university, to the entrance, there is a competency. You have passed this course, you got this grade, and then you can enter into it. Similarly, in any field of life we go, there is competency. And in spiritual lessons to get from the teacher, the student have some competency. So that competent student, Shishya Guno Abhishampanna Laveta, they will be able to attain to this knowledge, Shuddha Manasa. His mind should be pure-minded. The student should be pure-minded, and it comes from the teacher, and the teacher will tell how to analyze and how to find this secret, this Atman, which is so all-pervaded, so full of consciousness and bliss, but not perceived by us through these gross instruments of the eyes, senses, mind, intellect. Nothing can grab it. Therefore, and you have to understand, all the Vedic scriptures are talking about one thing. Ekartha bodhakam Vede. All the Vedas are targeting Eka, one, Brahman. Brahman is the end goal or end or goal or culmination of the realization. And Vedic wisdom, Veda means the knowledge, Veda means the wisdom, Veda means the experience that what the ultimate truth is. So Veda, in that Veda, Mahavakya Chatushtaya, there are 4 great dictums which all mean Ekartha Bodhakam, all means Brahman. Tattamasi Gurur Vakta, Tattamasi, when Guru says, thou art that, listening from that, Shrutva, if you listen, perfectly understand, Tat Tvam Osi, thou art that. How am I that? I am this tiny man with this height, with this body weight, with these imperfections of mind and emotion. I am that. Absolute Satchidananda. How come it's possible? That's why it is said, Shrutva does not mean listening, only hearing. It is called Sravana Manana Nididhyasana. Again and again contemplating that you are, know who you are. Who you are, know yourself. That analysis should be done very intensely and focused way, and as instructed by the teacher, day and night contemplating on that, analyzing on that, and trying to find out the truth behind, and then Siddhi, one day, Siddhi, success, Apnati, you will attain to the success. How will we attain to that? In early days, gurus were available not so easily. Nowadays, you can get any guru anywhere. Very easy. In Google search, you can find out which guru you want, which type of teaching you want. No, but in those days it was very difficult. You had to find a Sadguru, and he will be not so easy to budge from his point. You will see that whether a competent student or not, he will judge you, this you, and whether you pass those examinations, then he will be say Ketu went to learn Brahmajnana and see his guru, what he did. You want to know Brahmajnana? Take my weak cows and go and graze. Come back when there will be 1,000. My God, what an expectation. Few cows, it will be 1,000 and come back. Then you will give me the Brahmajnana. He gave some instruction also. And that instruction, but that Setagata, not Setagata, Sattagama, I am talking about Sattagama. So Sattagama went and got from his guru the blessings, the mantra, the practice, whatever guru gave. We unquestionably followed that. He didn't say that, hey, what type of guru are you? Businessman guru? You are making me work hard to graze your cows and make it 1,000? That's the Brahmajnana. We would put so many questions, but he was a fool, or one most wise, God knows, and most pure-hearted. So he has the faith and trust in Guru. So Guru also tested that. And see the end result. He did follow what Guru Bhakko, Guru has instructed him. Very sincerely, very devotedly, he followed what Guru's instruction. At the whole day, grazing the cows, taking care of the cows, not counting every day. We would have counted every day. Oh, how much is today? When it will be 1,000? My God, how many days I can graze my cows like that? And away from the ashrama, and I am alone, a young boy, suffering so much. My Guru is very selfish. He does not understand. He is a money-making Guru, and this and that. Because cows are money-making those days. And the ashram also, the cow's milk, that is the only thing for the ashramites to sustain. Anyhow, and then you see the result. Then one day, he was sitting in his evening prayers and putting a fire, and he is meditating, and he heard from the cows. The cows are saying, Bho, Bho, Sattakama, Oh Sattakama, listen, listen, we have become 1,000. The cows are talking. Cows talk. Cows didn't talk, but he heard the voice of the Lord that in his pure heart we are 1,000. And then he gave, the cows are giving Brahmajnana. I forgot which one, but let me remember this much. Prachi dikkala, pratichi dikkala. Look front of you, in whatever you see, it is all Brahman. Look what is behind you is Brahman. On the right, on the left, it is all Brahman. Are cows give Brahmajnana? See, this is the point. Guru Vakka, Nishtha, and even the hamba voice of the cows, he is listening this divine message. It is that. What you hear one sound, you explain, your mind explains the thing. His pure heart explained. Look at the front. And then he said, Agni, so next day your Agni Devata, because you have tended the fire every day with devotion, he will teach you the next lesson. Like that. One day, one idea. God is all pervaded. Sarvanussuta. Then all the light in the moon, light in the sun, light in this, that light is the same light. Infinite. Jyoti, 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 Jyoti. No? So he, on his way back, in 4 days he came back to his teacher's home. And the teacher, seeing his face, he didn't say, hey, where are my cows? Where has it become 1,000 or 990? He's not asking anything. He's seeing him, said, wow, Brahmavidiva bhasi vaisammo. Your face shines like a Brahmajnani. Hey, what did you do? You gave up me, your guru, and get to another guru? Knowing fully well, he was testing him. Then the student remained the same. Being Brahmajnani, he could have said, hey, see, you send me to graze the cows. I am so pure, I got my own way. No, he said, sir, please, by your grace, I do not know what has happened. You are my guru. But I was taught by the cows like that, like the fire like that, by the madhu bird like that, the stream like that, water flowing. I got this knowledge this way. I do not know. You are my guru. And then teach me. Then Guru again reiterated those wisdom, and he became a Brahmajnani. So that is why Guru Sevang Prakurvano. One have to do the service to the Guru. Yes, service means personal service. No, not personal service. Guru, what he instructs, if one follow that, that is the service. And some school of thought is that you go and rub the feet of Guru and Guru Seva. Maybe for somebody, but in our tradition, Guru Seva means you listen to Guru and follow the spiritual instructions every day and grow more and more internal joy and peace. That is Guru Seva. So that is the service to Guru. That is the important point. So, Guru Sevang Prakurvano, Guru Bhukti Parayana. If one has a devotion to Guru, Guru Kripavasat Partha, O Partha, by the grace of Guru, Labhyo Atma na samsaya. Don't doubt, by Guru's grace, you will realize the Atma Labhyo. You are talking about how shall I reach Atman? That Atman is, we can reach that Atman. Therefore, service to Guru, very important. Follow the instruction, do the practices sincerely. Don't doubt. Don't doubt my Guru is what? Before selecting a Guru, you have every choice. You can swap Gurus, this Guru versus that Guru. Really, to test the Guru, whether he is genuine or not, no. But once you accept it, no more. Whatever he says, follow that. And that is the instruction given. That Guru Sevang Prakurvana, Guru Bhakti Parayana, one will be engaged in Guru Bhakti, and Guru Kripavasat, by the Guru's grace, Partho, O Partho, Labhya Atma. Atma is attainable. No samshayo, there is no doubt about it. Atma Vasanaya Yukta, if one is intended that we have Vasana. Vasana means desire. We desire so many things. But if one desires that Atma Vasana, I will attain to Atman, I will reach to my own self. Atma Vasana, by that Atma Vasana, if he is associated with that and he is Jiggasu, he is a seeker, he wants to know, who am I really? What is this universe? Why am I here? This questioning person, not mere questioning, but sincere question which is coming from his heart. There are two types of questioning. Or Sarvadevananda Swami also says sometimes that when you question means to show how much I know. Actually, question is itself a lecture. No, it is not that. I want to know this. That's why you ask the question. So here he says Jiggasu. Jiggasu means one really from the sincerity of the heart, he wants to know that what is that Atman and what is me, why am I here, what is the ignorance, how can I overcome the ignorance. These are burning questions. Viveka Chudamani says burning question. Dipto Sira Jalorasimiva. As a man runs towards the water, when his head, some hot burning charcoal is placed, as he runs for the water, no? It's how to soothe, no? So when one becomes so much restless for the truth or God, then God realization is. And Ramakrishna said the example. The student, he asked, Sir, how can I realize God? Hello, you want to realize God? And then took him the disciple, and Guru put him to ask him to dip into the water, and he is drowned into the head, and then Guru went and hold his head down the water. And he is trying to come out, but he is not allowing him. For a few minutes he troubled him, and then he come out. Then he said, how are you feeling? I was feeling breathless. I was going to die. That is your condition. When you really feel that I am dying, I need to know. This is my burning question of life, not intellectual jugglery. Bhagavai Kuri, Shabda Juri, Shastro, Bhakya, Anukaushalam, your explanation of the scriptures with flowery words and all quotations and this and that, that may amuse some intellectual joy, bring some intellectual joy. Not to bhuktaye, that is a bhog, that is also an enjoyment, intellectual enjoyment. Now muktaye, it does not give you liberation. So here is question, Jiggasu means sincere seekers of truth, Shuddha Manasa. And his inquiring, his mind should be pure. Otherwise all the explanation will be understood negatively. So Indra and Britra, two, Indra is the god of gods and Britra is the god of the demons. So one day they thought, in the Upanishad that story is there, they thought that if you get Brahma Jnana, Atma Jnana, then you will be not die anymore. So Indra wanted to know the Atman and Britra also wanted to know the Brahman, Atman. So both of them approached the same Guru. And Guru said, okay, now go. He didn't say anything. He said, just purify yourself, go. Come after how many years? 12 years or how many? I don't know. Long years of austerity and practice, and then come back. So both of them went and did austerity for so many years and came back. Be very austere, didn't eat well, didn't sleep well, didn't have comforts of life. So body was a little dry, and so then he said, you look very bad, go, clean yourself, put oil, eat well, so many days you have fasted, and then come back. Both of them came back. Then he said, let's go. And both of them take and see your face in the water. What did you see? He saw his own body. And he said, Esha to atma, apahata papma, bishoko bijaro bimrittu. Guru said, Esha to atma, this is your atma. Pointing out to them He said, Yeshota, this is your Atman. What do you mean? Tell me, I am this Atman. Naturally, Yeshota Atma, which is Apahata Papma, which is bereft of all sins, be Rajo, be Shoka, beyond all Rajas, beyond all bereavement and loss, be Shoka, be Apahata Papma. This is the Atman. And the Britra, because his mind is not clean, he got the message. Wow, my Guru has said, but don't fast. Because fasting time he didn't say Yeshotatma. When I came back, ate very well, nurtured very well, put oil and cream and everything in my body, I looked beautiful, and then he said, this is your Atma. Okay? So he didn't stop anymore. He went back to his kingdom, and with the beating of the drum, he said, Yare, don't worry, this body is the Atman. Nurture it, eat well, sleep well, enjoy the life, and this is Atman. And Indra also learned this message, and he was also going back, thinking body is the Atman. Then he said, no, how come the body will be Atman? Because he said that Yeshata Atma Vipahata Papa. There is no sin. That body is born of karma. But it is not born of karma. It is not beyond that. Then how this body can be free of all these material objects? Be Rajo, it is Rajas, full of Rajas and Tamas. So how can this be? He then reflected on that truth again and again, and he was going back. Then he came back to Guru again. Sir, I didn't understand what you mean. This body cannot be Atman, because body dies, body is now, body grows, body becomes weak, body becomes sick, body will not be here one day. How it can be Ajaro Amaro? Be Shoko, be Jaro, be Mrittu. It is beyond death. How can it be beyond death? It will die. It dies every day. Then he said, oh, is it so? Go and do austerity another 12 years. He went, second time he went back again and did austerity. Again the Guru did the same thing. This is your Atman, which is free from all sin and misdeeds, beyond death, beyond suffering. And then he thought he's talking about the prana, the energy. Annamaya, pranamaya, then manomaya. Like that he went on and on and on. And ultimately he understood Atman is beyond all this body mind. So this is the way the Atmavasanaya Jukta, one person who will be interested in Atmavasana, knowing the self, who am I? And Jiggasu, will be questioning in the mind. And Shuddha Manasa, mind being very pure, concentrated. Vishaya Ashakti Santakta, he has given up all the Ashakti, means attachment, for the sense and senses objects, sensory objects. Asana Vyakta, Swatmanam Vetti, that person can know who is that person. Swa Atmanam means his own Atma, which is my real nature. He understands his own real nature by extreme devotion and faith in himself and in Guru. So, for this reason, what is necessary? Vairagyam karanam chadu. Therefore, whatever you talk about Atman Brahman, renunciation is the very foundation. Detachment is the very foundation. Oh, Christ said God and Mammon cannot go together. It can go up to certain length, but after that, they will have to give up one to get the another. So this is said, Vairagyam Karanam Chadu. This is at the very beginning, Adi, at the very root. If Vairagya is the cause, Vairagya means what? The visible universe with the sensory experiences, this world as I see, I am not satisfied with it. I know it can give me joy. I know it has little touch of happiness and peace, but it is not everlasting. It is momentary. I don't like it anymore because it does not satisfy me. So I want some perpetual happiness. So that type of feelings should come. That's why Vairagya. Even you see, look at the life of Ramakrishna's children, monastic children. They are all monks. They have renunciated. Okay, but look at the householder, Master Mosai, Girish Babu, Ramchandra Datta. They are householders, but they are all realized soul. How? When they came to Ramakrishna, their attachment or attraction for the world which was there, it totally shifted. It shifted to another direction. And you are all devotees. You are coming over here. Is it not renunciation? You are renouncing other duties, other responsibilities, other attractions. The whole world is glued to the television or to the computer or to something else. No, you are also could have been there. You are renouncing. Without renunciation, nothing great can be achieved. And spirituality also. And the students go to school, and when examination comes, they give up their friends, going to play with them, to have fun with them, to go to party. They give up everything. Is it not renunciation? Anything in life we achieve by renunciation, sacrificing something for some other higher cause. Here also, for realizing the Atman, basic foundation or condition is Vairagyam. Vairagyam karanam chadu tad ved tad bhavet buddhi suddhita. And how the Vairagya will come? When your buddhi will be shuddha, pure. When the mind becomes pure, then only Vairagya will come. So long mind is clouded, it will misunderstand and try to find the happiness in the world and world only. But there is joy in the world. Bhakta can see it is God's joy. Then he is spiritual. But when you feel that it is sensitive joy, then it is all bondage. So we eat prasad, no? We eat good food, we offer it and said it is prasad. When it prasad, the taste becomes the same, but as you think it is Lord's grace, your mind becomes pure. The question is how we look at the thing. Therefore, Suddhi, Chitta Suddhita, Buddhi Suddhita, this Vairagya, renunciation, will be spontaneous for whom? Whose Buddhi, understanding, has been clear. They clearly have understood, experiencing the life, that it cannot give me the joy, desired joy, which is my goal, so I am not happy with it and I cannot hold on to it. Karmana, and how will you get it? By karmana. Karmana chitta suddhi. You do all work, but you give it to God, result, how Gita is teaching. So one step leading to the other. Vairagya, how Vairagya or renunciation will come? He says buddhi suddhi. Your intellect, mind should be pure. How the mind will be pure? Karmana chitta suddhi. By performing karma, not for your own, but for God. Suppose morning till onward, we have done so many karma. But if one thinks, from the morning, whatever I have done, O Lord, I have served you. By cooking, by cleaning, by going to office, by driving, by going to shopping. It is I only did it for you. Because you are in the heart of all and I serving in them. So, bringing this spiritual attitude, karma becomes akarma. Sakama becomes niskama. So that's why it's called karmana chitta siddhi sat visheshang sinu kattate. So this is this, I am telling you in details. So even 3 steps here. 1, we need vairagya, renunciation. Renunciation will come not to anyone and everyone. It comes only when the buddhi or mind becomes pure. How the mind becomes pure? It does not come unless you do karma, unselfish, or offering it to God. So these 3 states, and how it happens, he is explaining much more. How to do karma? Savarna, asrama dharmena, vedoktena cha karmana, niskamena, sadacharo, ishwarang paritosaya. So very practical. He is not saying all become a monk because Vairagya is necessary. So give up everything and go to be a monk. No, that is dangerous. Everyone should not be monk. when Buddhism, effect of Buddhism went to that far that everyone should be a monk, that is the time of degradation of Buddhism. It's not necessary, and everyone is not fit for that. Therefore, he says, how to start? Swa Varna Ashrama Dharmena. You have your dharma, present age, Swadharma. You are a professor, you have your dharma. You are a doctor, you have a dharma. You are a mother, you have a dharma. You are a daughter, you are a dharma. So, Swadharma, what is your dharma? You have to follow that. In your profession, whatever you are doing, that's your dharma, to do it perfectly, to serve it perfectly. If you do that and think, I'm not doing for my boss, but I am doing for God, only mental. Actually, work is going on the same way. But the mental attitude changes. Swavarna, in the family I am born, or the duty I am assigned. What is my duty? If I do it perfectly, as best as I can. You are an engineer, you do your design. Try to do as perfect as you can. You are an IT specialist, do your IT work in the best possible way, whatever you can do, and get inner satisfaction, and at the end of the day, offer it to God. Oh Lord, I did it for you. So, Swadharma, Swavarna Ashrama Dharmena, and Vedoktena cha karmana, that karma which is not forbidden. Vedokta means with scriptural injunction, do this, don't do that, follow that. Any karma with this discrimination should be there. So, Vedoktena cha karmana and Niskamena. Result, let it come whatever it comes. You do your best. You apply your mind to make it perfect and serve that, and end result, give it to God. That's why it is said, Niskamena and Sadachara. Your life should be full of etiquette, and behavior should be in that your character. Swami Vivekananda said, first be a gentleman, then be a sadhu. Is talking sadhu means sannyasi or a monk. You will be, that's a great idea, but first be a gentleman. That means live in a society, how to know with a good behavior, good conduct, good life. Be an example in the society. Live that life. It is for all the devotees also the same. So therefore, Nishkamena, that's called Sadachara. And by this process, Ishwarang Paritosha, you try to please God. Every day you say, oh Lord, I did it for you whole day, what have I done? Are you happy with me? Are you pleased with me? Bless me. Give me more energy so that I may be focused on my work tomorrow more. Do the best I can do to serve you. But don't tell this to your boss in the office. Then they will give you more work. And don't pay any raise or any fund money. Don't tell that. To them you say, yes, I did so many work. Why not? Give me in the raise. That because they don't understand the language. But we are talking about our internal spiritual sadhana. Because you live in a society, we should not be, your honesty should not allow anybody to take advantage of you. That is the very important point. Therefore, the Ishwaram, by this all activity, you are to please the Lord. Ishwara Paritoshanam. Kamo Sankalpa Santagad Ishwara Pritimanasat Sadharma Palanachaiva Shraddha Bhakti Savannayat. So, giving so many conditions. Kama Sankalpa Santag. Kama means desire. Sankalpa means resolution, one after another. Santagat. Whatever duty has come, do it very sincerely. Not to have too much activity, too much asking for this and that and that and that. Reduce, because your time, you can save time for yourself. Actually, in our lifetime, we spend our life in such a way, we have no time for ourselves. We give time for everything, but when to my meditation time, I don't get any meditation. I don't get any sleep time. I don't get any to take care of the body at all. It should not be. A little balance is necessary there. That's why Sadharma Palana Kama Sankalpa Santagat. First of all, this overtly asking for this is one desire to fulfill for another desire. So some people follow this. Nitto naimitiko acharat. Nitya naimittik means what? Two types of karma is there. Nitya karma, naimittik karma. What is nitya karma? Daily karma. What is the daily karma? Hey, you get up in the morning, take a shower, do your meditation, sit for the meditation and do all this. This is called nitya karma. It says if you don't do, it says akarane pratyabha. If you don't do, you will incur sin. But if you do, what will happen? They didn't say anything. Akarane pratyavaya. If you do the nitya karma, then it will be good for you. But what you don't do, then you will be incurring sin. That means do it every day, nitya karma. And naimittika karma is a special day. Today is Ramakrishna's birthday. A special day. Puja, homa, this, that going on. And participating in that. So nitya naimittika achara. What comes in the life like nitya karma and naimittika karma, by performing them and brahmani karmano arpanat, and you offer it to Brahman. If you can do that, then devayatana tirthanam, you go to visit the holy land and holy places of pilgrimage and temples and serving the god and goddess there, jathavidhi kramena, as you will perform in proper manner, then buddhi suddhi prajayate. How will be your buddhi purified? This is the process. Very practical. He is not telling something to be following the path of renunciation means go into the forest. No. You do your duties properly, thinking that you are doing for God. Do your nitya karma, Guru has instructed you, do every day. Naimittika karma, special day, special occasion, whatever comes, do it your devotion and faith. Have trust in yourself, have trust in God and devotion to God and prayer and all these things, and doing every work as Brahmani karma arpana. All your karma, offer it to, as we even say every time for food, eating our food, no? Gita's 4th chapter, 24 verse probably. It says, Brahmarpanam Brahmahavi. This Brahmarpanam Brahmahavi, Brahmagno, Brahmanahutam. What does it mean? My hand is Brahman. The food I am taking, that is Brahman. The food I am offering into the fire in my stomach, that is Brahman. And the digestion is going on, it is Brahman. So, if one sees Brahman in all actions, he will find Brahman. So, this is the Brahmarpanam. Every work I do, there is nothing auspicious or inauspicious. In our life, from morning till night, whatever we do, unconditionally surrendering to God in the fire of Brahman. No? If it is done, then Chitta Suddhi will happen. That's the formula. Papena mulina buddhi, karmana sodita jada. Our buddhi, our intellect, is molina. Molina means it has become spoiled, or it has become dark or dirty, or what do you call it? Polluted. It has become polluted. So, papena molina buddhi, our buddhi has been polluted by sin. Sin means ignorance. Papena molina. How we have to do? Karmana sodhita. With the karma, what the day-to-day karma, nitya karma, what is our ordained duty, what is my duty as a father, mother, son, sister, whatever, wife, husband, etc. That performing that duty and offering everything at the feet of the Lord every day, or saying offering to Brahman, then what will happen? Tada Suddha Bhavet Swaiva. And that person will be purified by that. Maladosha Vivarjito. Bereft of all dosa, all these defects and other things. So, Tada Suddha Bhavet. And Nirmalayang Tattva Partha Viveka Upajayate. As soon as the mind will be pure, your discriminating faculty will automatically, spontaneously grow. What is right, what is wrong. You will see clearly what is right, what is wrong. King Sattam, Kim Asattam. What is truth, what is not truth, it will reveal to your own mind in a pure mind. Bhakti, Adi, Alochana Tattva. So you can know it by your own vision. So that is the purification. What is that? Brahma Sattam, Jagad Mitha, Vivekat Dridha Nishchaya. When you analyze, Brahman alone is true. And Jagat is Mitha. Mitha means transformational. Every moment it is changing, changing, changing. That is the Mitha. Not that hallucination. Vedanta does not say, you are sitting in me, before me you are hallucinating. It is not hallucination. It is true. But it is, I am seeing you, not the you when I saw you at the beginning of the talk, and at the end of this 45 minutes, you are not changed. You are changed. I am changed. I am seeing here. You are saying I am talking. I am not the same guy. I have changed. Physically, bodily I have changed. Mentally I have changed. Emotionally I have changed. Intellectually I have changed. Why? Because every moment our understanding is becoming refined or clouded, whatever it may be. So we are all changing, changing. That's why it is Mitha. So Brahma Sattam, Jagat Mitha. Jagat in that sense Mitha. Viveka, in this analysis, discernment of these two, Dridhanishchaya, when you can firmly analyze this, Tato Vairagam Asaktistago Mithatmakeshu. Therefore, your renunciation will be spontaneous. That means all depends on Chitta Suddhi. And Tyaga, then renouncing what is impermanent, will be very spontaneous and easy. You need not have to make any effort. So we can 5 minutes are there. So I can end. This is the way Arjuna got back to his own sense that he conquered all the sufferings and pain which he was going through. Okay. So if we follow this principle, at least practical suggestion, they didn't suggest today to be a monk, but they have suggested how to live in the world in a past perfectly and act in the world perfectly and be a person of renunciation. Being in the world, how one can be renunciated. It's a good topic, no? You can just concentrate on that because it is given to Arjuna who is fighting in the war field and his son is dead. What a critical condition. And in that position, he is giving this message. So we are in better condition. We should follow that instruction in our day-to-day life. So that will spontaneously bring Chitta Suddhi. Chitta Suddhi will bring the Buddhi Suddhi. Buddhi Suddhi will bring that Vairagya. Vairagya will be spontaneous. Then mind will move only to Satchidananda, the infinite bliss, and reject all which is temporary. And that is the way to get peace and conquer death. That is the way to conquer death. Thank you all. So 5 minutes, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, so you can have some questions now.
Do you have questions?